Welcome back, everyone. Racer X here, and today we're going to be talking all about Ram and why I feel like Ram is getting ready to blow up in a good way. Many of you guys that follow the financials realize that Ram isn't doing so well as a company, and Tim Kuniskis, the former CEO of both Ram and Dodge, just took Ram back over after Carlos Tavares left. But I really feel like we're going to start seeing some amazing things from Ram here very soon. So today, we're going to talk about it. If you guys are brand new to my channel, please do me a big, gigantic favor. Hit that subscribe button. You can find that right over here. And off we go.
T-minus 15 seconds.
So if you are truly a performance enthusiast, you really do have to tip your hat to Tim Kuniskis and team, because obviously they gave us the 392 back in 2015. They gave us the Hellcat. Up to that point, we were looking at the Shelby at 662 horsepower. Then all of a sudden it was like, you know what? Watch this. We're going to throw a 707 horsepower, 6.2 liter Hemi in a sedan and a muscle car. And then it only went up from there. We got the Red Eyes of the world at over 800 horsepower. We had the Demon, which is basically a factory-built race car. We went all the way up to the Demon 170 at 1,025 horsepower, which is still the quickest 0 to 60 car in the world, whether it's electric or not. In terms of production cars, that is the bad daddy. And they gave us a lot of really cool performance stuff. So when you think about Tim obviously leaving, Carlos leaving, and then Tim coming back basically the next day and then taking over Ram, which traditionally is kind of a cash cow for Stellantis before it was a cash cow for Mopar. A lot of people buy pickup trucks, but it's not really known as the performance division like Dodge is. But I do believe that Tim Kuniskis is probably going to change that. Now, all performance aside, Ram has been losing market share to Ford, to Chevrolet, to Toyota. I mean, there are a lot of other companies out there that build nice trucks. And in my opinion, the main reason is just price. I mean, I just did a review on one of these Ram trucks that has the high output Hurricane in it, and it was $92,000. That is an absolute butt ton of money. So I really feel like Ram is almost pricing themselves out of the market. So the product is good, in my opinion. They just have to figure out a way to get the price down. And Tim Kuniskis fully realizes that that's one of his main obstacles, is to drive the price of these vehicles down to pick up that lost market share. So I do believe that that is going to be one of his main focuses moving into this coming year, is putting out product at a lesser price point that's just as high a quality or better. And I feel like that automatically will help Ram start to kind of move up the chain a little bit. Now, while I'm not necessarily going to share everything that he and I talked about, one of the things that we did talk about is his passion for cars. This is something I've known about Tim for a long time. We've had lots of discussions throughout the years about his love for vehicles. And truth be told, about 2% of his job is just getting to build really cool stuff and having fun. And he said that is really what brought him back, is that 2%. All of the meetings and all of the political minutia that he has to navigate, and all the P&L statements and all the crap that you have to do as a CEO. And while he does it well, that is not really what brought him back. It's building cool cars. That is literally what he told me. He said, I just like to build cool stuff. And I absolutely love that. If you are a performance enthusiast, that is absolutely music to your ears. It is for me, and I cannot wait to see what he is going to give us at Ram. I do feel like Ram may end up being almost more of a performance division than Dodge at some point. And it might seem weird to say that, because that is always what Dodge has been. As I mentioned, Ram has always kind of been that workman branch of Mopar. But you know what? I know he has big plans to deliver some performance-oriented trucks coming up, and I absolutely cannot wait to see what he's going to give us. Now, I know what some of you guys are probably thinking, so I wanted to go ahead and address it. And it's, look, Tim Kuniskis was already the CEO over both Dodge and Ram when he resigned, like 9-10 months ago, whatever it's been. Now that he's back, why should we expect anything different? Well, truth be told, a lot has changed since he has been gone, right? Namely, Carlos Tavares, the CEO of Stellantis, has resigned, and I feel like Tim had all sorts of other ideas that he was shot down on. Obviously, there's a reason he left in the first place. Watching your entire legacy be torn down really rapidly has to be one of the most infuriating things you can imagine as a CEO. Not being listened to, all of those types of things, that has to be really, really maddening. And it is kind of convenient that one day after Carlos resigns, Tim comes back as the CEO CEO over Ram. And like I said, that's one of the reasons I feel like there's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming down. Keep in mind, we have an administration change also coming, and the new Trump administration is a lot more performance friendly. They're probably going to roll back the EV mandate. There's a lot that's going to change with this new administration, which will open up the playbook for Tim and team. And keep in mind, and this is something I never really knew until it was pointed out to me, but the operating budget at Ram is like 10 times what it was at Dodge, or is at Dodge. So he has a lot bigger operating budget to work with. So you put all those factors in there, right? Open up the playbook a little bit, and a desire to create something neat, something cool, and kind of go back to what made the company successful in the first place. That is why I'm so excited about the future of Ram. Now, something else that I want to address just really quick, because I feel like a lot of people have unfair expectation. I feel like as soon as people found out that Tim is coming back, they feel like almost immediately we should start to see different product offerings in the showrooms, and the prices come way down, and all this magic fairy dust sprinkled over everything, and it's all going to be okay. Well, truth be told, Stellantis, Mopar, they have a lot of work to do on pricing, on quality, on different, product lineups. I do feel like with the new administration that we will see Ram kind of roll back some of their new EV offerings. They just are not ready. So don't be surprised if we start to see more internal combustion offerings coming from Ram, and maybe less of the EV stuff, at least initially. I feel like that's probably going to be something that Tim pushes really hard on, pushing a little bit harder on quality and making sure all of the dots line up. But guys, this does not happen overnight, right? There's so many factors in terms of getting things approved through the board, smog compliance. I mean, there's a million things that go into making these cars. It just takes time. So let's be fair. Let's give Tim and his team some time to go in there and work their magic. And I do believe that eventually we will start to see some really cool stuff in the showrooms, but it won't be over the next 6 months. It won't be over the next 9 months. Let's wait and see this time next year what we have. And I think we'll be in a much better place. Now, the other thing that I want to tackle just really quick, and so many of you guys have been asking me to weigh in on this, it's about all of the rumors of a new V8 that Dodge and Stellantis are developing. My thought is, yes, they are developing a new V8 behind closed doors. Will it be the exact same as the outgoing V8? I don't believe so. I firmly believe that they will have a new V8. Will it be a Hemi? I don't know. Will it actually make it to production? That remains to be seen. There are still a lot of changes that have to occur politically, and we have to wait to see how the rules change before they can figure out if that engine is even viable. So I believe in the background, they probably are working on a revised V8. Will it be a 6.2? Will it be a 5.3 overhead cam? Guys, I have no idea. I really don't know, but I do believe they are probably working on a V8 behind closed doors that could potentially make it to production in several years' time. That's the reality of it. We're not going to see a brand new V8 in 6 months going into a production, Charger. I just don't believe that to be the case. I think they're moving forward, obviously, with the Hurricane inline twin turbo engine, which I feel like is fantastic. If they do a new V8, it will have to be smog compliant, much like they revised the Coyote over there at Ford. Those twin intakes on the Ford, those are done for compliance. They really don't create a lot more power in that engine. But from a smog perspective, the engine is better. So they just revised that engine. They refreshed it. Well, Dodge needs a big refresh. I would love to see an aluminum block, maybe a 5.3-liter dual overhead cam engine that really likes boost. We don't know what they're developing behind the scenes, but we are a long way off from seeing a production V8 back in a Mopar. So guys, just be realistic about it, right? I mean, like I said, I can't substantiate any of the rumors out there other than my own personal thought, even after having conversations with multiple people within the Stellantis organization. I don't want to spread gossip and rumor that isn't true. And like I said, behind closed doors, they probably are working on some things, but we have no idea whether or not that's going to make it to production, and we won't for a little while. So we'll just wait and see. That's my take on it. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to weigh in after talking with Tim yesterday. I mean, I have been really down on Stellantis and the Mopar brands for quite a while, a lot like you guys are. Just a lot of negativity spread around everywhere about this company. But after talking with Tim yesterday, I have newfound optimism not only for Ram, but for the entire Mopar umbrella, if you will. Now, I don't know if it's ever going to split off. I can tell you that I would not expect Tim to take the over North America job. He just wants to build cool cars. So guys, keep that in mind. I think he's going to be very happy to do what he's going to do at Ram. Expect big things. Just don't expect it overnight. That's all I'm going to tell you guys. Just let's give the guy a chance to get in there, give him a little bit of time to give us some cool stuff. And I feel like we will see some good results, and maybe we can get these brands back on track and everybody will have a lot more optimistic view. And that's kind of my biggest hope. I've always been a big advocate over these brands, and feeling a little bit better about it today as I'm driving around thinking about it. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll catch you on the next one. So until then, Racer X.